There's a vote before
This
the
scene
group.
shows how R.P. McMurphy
Everyone
tries
in
to change the
favor of
culture of the
changing the
mental ward
schedule,
by
please
switching the
raise your
patient's
hand.
work schedule so they can watch the World Series on TV. The camera pans across the acute
Okay, I wanna
patients
see
who
the
all vote
hands.
along with McMurphy.
Come on.
The patients in the
One of
therapy
you
group are
nuts
called
has got
acutes
any
because their
guts.
disorders are considered treatable. Even the patient Harding, who has been ostracized by his peers, is shown to reluctantly vote yes. As Ratchet announces that the vote has failed to gain a majority and thus fails, she maintains an emotionless demeanor as McMurphy and Fredrickson are shown laughing in disbelief. The direct shots of Ratchet throughout this scene are closer up than the shots of any of the patients, showing that she is more important to them and holds power over the ward. Throughout the film, McMurphy's attempt to stand up to authority, represented by Nurse Ratchet, all prove to be futile. McMurphy appeals the decision on the grounds that the patients who are considered to be untreatable and certifiably insane, the so-called chronics, shouldn't be included in the voting body. All of the acute patients had voted in favor of creating change in the repressive ward, but the chronics were unable to understand what is going on. McMurphy makes an attempt to convince chronic patients to vote in favor of changing the schedule and swing the vote in his favor. All of McMurphy's attempts to convince chronic patients come up short, as they each fail to understand his pleas. This represents his fruitless attempts at changing the institution. He faked insanity so he could be transferred to what he thought would be a less rigid institution, but this scene shows that it is no less flexible than a penitentiary. Since the chronic patients are in no condition to engage in group therapy, let alone vote, it shows that Nurse Ratchet felt threatened by McMurphy and had to resort to a technicality in order to prevent change. Although she is inwardly concerned, she doesn't show any emotion throughout the scene. She can be seen sitting still and emotionless as McMurphy solicits various chronic patients, and she ultimately checks her watch and adjourns the meeting before McMurphy can finish speaking with all of them. This reinforces her authoritarian grip over the ward. The camera pans around following McMurphy in his effort to bring about change, yet every shot of Ratchet is still and unwavering. The story provides commentary on the transition between the outdated asylums for lunatics and the 1960s movement towards community-based mental care. In this ward, the curable and uncurable patients are combined, and their inability to understand the vote gives Ratchet reason to deny McMurphy the ability to change the policy. When the chief eventually raises his hand, the nurse considers it to be too late. Ratchet remains unshaken while McMurphy throws a tantrum. This foreshadows that the vestiges of an archaic system will continue to harm the iconoclastic McMurphy.
Look, the chief put his hand up. The chief put his hand up. Look, he voted.
Would you please turn the television set on?
Mr. McMurphy, the meeting was adjourned and the vote was closed.